everyone. Welcome to the Mark Andy booth in Labelexpo 2011. My name is Ken Daming. My partner here is Alex Schmidt. Together, during the next 10 minutes, we're going to show you a demonstration of the most innovative and productive press to hit the narrow web flexo market in decades. As a matter of fact, this press won the 2011 Technical Innovation Award. Since we've introduced this 2 years ago right here in Brussels, we've sold over 110 of these machines. And many of our customers have bought multiple machines after having proven to themselves that the performance benefits are real. Usually they buy them at a rate of 1 Performance Series press to replace 2 or 3 older conventional presses. So this is the P7. This is the top of the line. Now, as we go through this demonstration, I want you to remember the 4 principles that we had when we designed this press. Quick setup and changeover, low waste, simplicity, and open access for the operator. Remember those. As we go through those, I'm sure you'll see the benefits and how you'll become more profitable with those. So the first thing that we're going to do is make Alex set up a complete print station from scratch to finish, scratch to print. And we're going to time them, so look at the timer up on the clock. Alex, are you ready? Can you do this in less than 35 seconds? Huh? Let's see it. Ready? Go. Watch what he does here. He loads the ink into the ink tray, takes the tray, loads it into the printing system. Then he takes the analog roll, loads it right into the cassette. He has the doctor blade. He sets it in place. He locks it all together. Then he takes the plate cylinder, loads it in place. He locks it. It pre-registers. And he is printing now. My goodness, that is good. That's our record, buddy. Good job. 29.6 seconds to set up a printing station. You're getting good. All right, now, that happened so fast, I want to talk a little bit more about what you just saw. First of all, this little cup of ink. This is all the ink that's required for full coverage of this 430 millimeter wide press. Okay, we have a low volume ink tray. It's very efficient use of the ink. Secondly, look at this small plate roll that he's got here. This is a 44 tooth plate cylinder. So you might ask, well, why would anybody want to run a plate cylinder that small? The answer is, when you're running short runs, a very high proportion of the job cost is plate cost. If you can reduce the plate cost, you can reduce the job cost. Many of the presses that you'll see out on this exhibition floor have minimum repeat sizes of between 250 and 300 millimeters. Okay? But your normal label might be 150 millimeters or even less than that. So why would you want to print 2 or 3 layers around, labels around, when you could print with this? This is 140 millimeter, 5.5 inch, 44 tooth minimum repeat. We have customers that say they save over 100,000 euros per year just in plate costs because they can run down to this small a cylinder. All right, now I want to talk about the jobs we're going to run today. This first job is already in the machine. This is a 6-color job. It's a typical label job. This is screen white with 4-color process, a spot color, and UV varnish. All right? This is a 128 tooth repeat. Now before we switch to the next repeat, I want to talk a little bit about the screen printer down here. This is a joint development between Mark Andy and Stork. This screen unit can be set on any of the printing stations. Okay, we have it in station 1 for the time being. This has a 24-inch repeat capacity. It has pre-register capabilities. It has auto-register capabilities. The controls of this are completely integrated into the press controls here. So it's very easy, very intuitive, quick adjustments for the screen printer. That's the best implementation of screen on the market today. So we're going to run from this 128 tooth job to a 96 tooth job. It's another typical label job. This has a flexo white, a UV flexo white, and 4 process colors. Okay? Now I do want you to notice that we have a little QR code on this sample, so you can get samples down at the end of the press after the demonstration. If you use your smartphone and scan this barcode, it'll teach you how to enter into a contest for an iPad. We have a joint promotion between Mark Andy and Flint Inks. And if you Gallus guys don't know how to use a smartphone, let me know that and I'll teach you how later, okay? All right. Alex, you ready to go back to work? You're sitting there looking at me. All right, we're going to time how long it takes Alex to do this changeover here. Are you ready? Go. So look what he's going to do here. He's changing from a 128 tooth plate cylinder to a 96 tooth. All he does, sets it in place, the servo motor pre-registers it, and then it idles. So watch what he does. He locks it in place, it pre-registers, and he's idling. Very simple, very quick. Now watch what Alex is not doing during this whole process. He's not touching the ink or impression adjustments. No matter what the repeat size, he does not have to adjust ink and impression. Okay, that's part of the simplicity of this design. Alright, he's put the UV Flexo White in station 1, and now he's going to come down and do some minor corrections, registration corrections. And while he's doing that, I want to talk about how open this printing system is. First of all, look at the inking station. Complete access to the analog roll, the ink tray. Look at the plate cylinder here, how it slowly rotates. Even when the press is stopped, the servo motor slowly rotates, so it's easy to clean any dust or hickeys off the plate cylinder. And look at the 200mm diameter chilled impression roll here. Gives wide open access for Alex to look down and see the quality of his print. He doesn't have to look around any corners. Very ergonomic position. Very easy to do. And notice, this is wide open. You might say, how's this meet the European CE guarding requirements? Well, the answer is it absolutely does, and it's from our lock and load system that I told you about before. The plate cylinder is completely guarded without any big bulky plastic guards that you have to lift off and that might be interlocked. You can do that, clean that plate cylinder all while the press is running. Now I want to call your attention to our flex frame design down below. Complete open access to the web, the idler rolls, the UV lights, the hot air dryers if you have it configured that way. And up above we have a rail system where you can mount a laminator or a D-lam unit or a waste wind-up or a hot foil stamp or a cold foil stamp or even a screen printer. Okay, now Alex has made the final registration correction to the black. We're going to wait till the product gets down here to the camera. So you've seen the white, the cyan, the magenta. There's the yellow, and the black will come, and it's in registration right now. So I'm going to stop the waste. Very good job, Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2 minutes and 50 seconds and 18.6 meters of waste, he's completely changed over a 5-color job. So how do we get, and remember this, that 18.6 meters is from station 2, where we started, all the way down through the varnish, the dye, and the camera down here. How do we get such small amount of waste? First of all, right here, The web path comes around this chilled impression roll over here, just like this. 1.4 meters of web between every print station. Okay? And Alex is now running up to production speed. Where are you at? 100 meters a minute. Just in a few, less than 3 minutes, he's up and running at production speed. Is that amazing? Now I want to show you one more thing. So this is another example of, or another piece of proof of how quick this machine can set up. This is a sample we ran earlier. This is from zero print to the white, the cyan, the magenta, the yellow, the black, and the varnish right here. All in about 2 meters of web. That's how quick this machine can set up. Thanks, Alex. And we have customers that have proven this, have verified this amount of waste reduction. We have one customer who has a pretty complex expanded content label job who says he gets 38% waste reduction with this press. We have other customers who have more traditional label jobs who get 55% waste reduction. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can see of the values that we talked about at the beginning on this press. Quick setup and changeover, low waste, simplicity, very simple, and open access for the operator. And you can see how those productivity benefits will make your company more profitable. Alex and I thank you for spending the last few minutes with us. I'd invite you to come over at the top of the hour and watch the P5 demonstration. And for the printers in the crowd out there, if you want a more hands-on demo, you can load the print cylinder and the ink fountain and the analog scroll yourself over on the P3. Make sure you visit our Rotoflex family of equipment over here and talk to all of our Max aftermarket representatives throughout the booth about how to maximize the performance of your existing press. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show.